G'day and welcome back to Ranneko Plays MouseCraft. We've got ourselves a series of blocks and we're gonna G'day and welcome back to Ranneko Plays MouseCraft. We're getting towards the end of the series here. We've just got a few more levels left to complete. The last 10 levels of the game. We've got ourselves, I believe, all of the blocks unlocked now, including the incredible moving block. And yeah, we'll see where we get to with that. Okay, so this is what I think we need. I'm not entirely sure of this because I'm not actually super sure that we want that. Actually, what I think I'll do is I'll use the indestructible block because it's an indestructible block there. And then I think this is what we need. Let's see how we do. Wait, no. Thing I need to remember is basically where I don't need a block, I should not use a block. Don't want to put that there, don't want to put that there. So for right now, I guess what I actually do need is something here that I can then later do something with. There we go. That allows all of our mice to survive. Or maybe not. Okay, so what can we do here then? We need to not allow those guys to turn around. We do need this piece here, which I do think means that this is the right call. Right? But then, how do we use this right call? If that makes any sense. Doesn't make sense, then ignore the question. Let's try this. Okay. What? Oh, for fuck's sake. That gets really old really quickly. Just it needs to be more clear with how these things will work. Okay, there we go. Yes. Yeah, we're basically at the point where this level is done. Fantastic. But it was really annoying to be like, oh, just you mistimed this. You put it down fraction of a second too late. And so you just have this sign, mouse died, was put inside a block. Like, really? You can't force the mouse to either side of the block? I think that is, for me, the single most frustrating thing in this game. Okay, so they come out there. Perfect. Here's what I'm thinking. Let's get the rat out. There's nothing for the rat to actually set off though. So you get there. I've got one bomb, which basically means got two bombs. So no, I do want to explode that one. Cool. Fantastic. Get off, jump. When you turn around, when you finally turn around, we can put you down. As soon as we get an explosive block here, And I realize this leaves this fella trapped, but it allows the first two to escape, and it's not like we can't repeat this process. It just, you know, takes a little bit more time. Oh, also, I didn't actually need that block there for him. Oh well, whatever. Done. Ah, balls. Sorry, there was a recording mishap, which I just noticed, so should be fixed now. And you'll notice it, the video quality has suddenly increased. Hopefully, you'll have noticed that anyway. Okay. There we go. Wait a second. Damn. Okay, there we go. That's tricky game. I'm not sure I approve of this. Oh. Wait, hopefully. Nope. Okay. Okay, how can I do this then? I want to time this just right. So that's got to go there. There we go. That's exactly... What? Oh. And here. Okay, there we go. That's gonna get him killed there. Ah, no, they're dead too. Damn it. Wait, is there something I can do about this? What if I have you here? I just need to breathe. Breathe, mice, breathe. Oh, come on. Nope. That this works this way is really annoying. Okay. Up, 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 up. Oh, come on. Ridiculous. Ah, pop, up. Okay, good, good, good. Hopefully you get out in time. 2, 1. Nope. How? Oh god. Basically, I think I need to deal with this earlier / later. Okay, I basically just have to try to micromanage all of this. That's great. That's fine. No problem. I think what I actually need then is this. I'm getting so sick of micromanaging this. Micromanaging breath on mice. But it worked. It worked. We got there in the end. Ah. So fiddly. But done. Okay, what do we have next? I think just all of these levels are going to involve these blocks, which will take time to deal with. Just straight time. Okay. So, why do you do that? Anyway, yeah. Oh, I see. Because it's actually based on how far your mouse is from the edge. Because it doesn't actually lock the mouse to the window. Yep. Okay. Fine. There are no bombs. No bombs. There's this. Okay. First mouse we send through, we'll set this off. And then we will be able to retrieve that piece. And then I guess I might let them leave. Next one that we want to get through, we'll need to get across to there. We can send them up here, and then we can send them along. And then they get to there. And then the third one will come along there. Okay. So what we do is we allow this to come up. And then we move it over here. We're basically going to use one mouse at a time. It's much easier and much less micromanagey that way. Nope. You actually do need to retrieve something for us first. I'm glad that there is not a time limit on these things either. Okay, you come along. Two. Ha 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 ha. Then, actually, we can do this all like this. Excellent. Up you go. And we're done. Well, we're done as soon as the mouse actually gets to the other end. Excellent. Everything's happy. Okay. Now, what do we have here? You guys come out from there. Ooh. So this actually allows you to live through the fall. The initial fall. Gets us a bomb, which allows us to drop this down, and then have this. Okay. And then I can put this over there in a couple of configurations, which means we're going to want this here to allow you to catch things that fall. I think we're mostly done then. So the first configuration is here. We're going to allow the first two to turn around. Actually that was dumb. Let's just do this. First configuration is this one. It's actually easier to move a block left than it is to move a block, well, in the direction mice are moving, than out of the direction mice are moving. Jump, jump, move across. Come back and get this bomb for me, thank you. Just put that there for the moment. Then you go get the bomb. You can all turn around. Cease to be in the way. Actually, I kind of prefer this. And we're done. Like the way that for some reason just having mice on that platform powers something. You can see it power things. Don't know why, but it does. 76. We're getting there. We're getting there. 2 movable blocks. So the first one obviously has to be moved. It has to be used to let them out into this chamber. Then we're going to need it to allow them up here. Once they're up there, they get trapped. Ah, I'm so glad they get trapped. Okay. Because it means that we're dealing with things that move into certain, like, chambers. For lack of a better term. Up. Okay. That's so much easier to manage when you know what's going to happen. Okay. Here. Here. And then I need to basically build up this setup here. Okay. What do we have? I'm gonna pause it when they all are across. Anyway, why am I doing this? There. That does it. And that's 76 done. So 4 left. Four left. Okay. Again, 2 movable. We can do something like this fairly easily. Gives us a place to put that there. Okay. Trick's gonna be this part here. Alright, so they're all alive. That was an important piece. Definitely want my mice to be alive. Yep. That's 2. Definitely going to want to do this with at most one mouse, I think. We'll let one mouse out. Okay, so I think the next piece we want is going to be the mouse up here. So because what we can do now is we can move the mouse across. Okay. So, can we get that? Yes, if you turn around, we can do something. This seems so dumb. But it works. So it can't really be that dumb. It's all about timing it in the right part of the animation though, because they don't have a way of blocking the... You don't have a way of dealing with that otherwise. That's really dumb aspect, but whatever. Okay, now. This gets us 1 through here. Gets us 2 bombs. Boop, boop. Yep, that's what we want. We want to explode that, we want to explode that, and then we want to allow them through. So. So we'll focus on allowing other mice through. I wonder, however, if they're all gonna frickin' drown. No. Good. Do not want to deal with that. Okay, so we let these 2 mice out. And then we'll let that mouse out, and we're done. 78 done. 2 levels left. Okay, so what do we have? We have explosives. We have a whole lot of stuff. This gets us 1 up to here to deal with explosives. Okay, we do that. And once the explosives go through, wait, we can explode this, drop that down. I think that's what we want to do. Not sure. Not really. Anyway, got those guys sectioned off. Is what I wanted to do. Definitely. Ah, crap. We can put this here. Good. Okay. So, God. Okay. Good. Done. So those death traps are no longer there. Those guys can come out now. Okay, now what do? We want to get them up there. We can do this with this piece. Everyone's happy. Yep, everyone is happy-ish. Just realized that was going to kill them. Whoops. Kind of wish that the tank or whatever had defined areas that were okay. But it doesn't. So, whatever. 79 done. We're down to the final level. And with this we will finish MouseCraft. Pretty sure that's going to go there. Just at a glance. That looks like the kind of thing we want to do. So... Oh wait, no, I know what that's meant to do. I think. There's not really a way to save it though, is there? Yeah, no, there's no way to save that. Well, there's kind of a way to save it. I think we're meant to. I think we're meant to actually explode things over here. Where we can. Which is an interesting and novel piece of this puzzle. So, we do something like this. Because then I think we actually want to get the ratoid to set those explosives off for us. And I think this is the first time where it's like, no, you need the ratoid. You do. It's true. Crap. Okay. So, don't really have a good way of doing that piece, but I can do something like this. Yep. Okay, then you get out. Fantastic. Where have I lost one? I think I may have lost one. In fact, I'm sure I've lost one. Ah, well, that's okay, I guess. Ah, crap. Completionist, because I did actually complete the last piece. But yeah, okay. This is done, but we didn't perfect it. You know, what's the point if you can't perfect everything? Okay. This is the way we want. Okay. Okay, there we go. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, now I know that we haven't got ourselves killed yet. We can progress further. Like this. Boop, 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 boop. I like how it manages to get itself killed. Not the way you might assume it would get itself killed. Okay. Then everyone gets out. Whoops, I should remember that I can do this. This goes here. And this is going to go here once they're all back through. So for the moment, that goes there. Oh, in fact, this goes here. Fantastic. Not really needed or anything, but it might as well be used. So, you know, speeds up this whole process at the end, and we will perfect everything. And we're done. We have finished MouseCraft. Scuba diver. What's that one mean? But yeah, Gold Digger Expert, which is the you got all the shards. So, and collector. So yeah, let's see the final cutscene. I like how it's a paw print, despite the fact that he has clearly human-shaped hands. So finally, he has created the perfect cup of tea or something? Is this what he was building towards? A cuppa? Nice. Marvelous coffee. With this machine, I can get down to work on something more complicated. Okay, so that was MouseCraft. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. It's a puzzle game. It does a good job of leading you through it. It occasionally stumped me, but I never felt like it was being unfair or anything. It is entirely arbitrary puzzles, but yeah, that was a great time. I hope you enjoyed watching. Until next time, bye!